Hey, what's going on, missioners? As I studied Taurus, um, I come to the understanding of comfort with a Taurus, even though my Mercury's in Taurus and I'm 0 degrees Taurus, but more 29 degrees Aries. Taurus comfort in as a little Taurus rules ownership. It rules income. It rules income. It rules money, your personal finances, and ownership. Right. And it also rules love because it's ruled by Venus. So when you're that's so fucking deep. When you when you're in the when you're trying to enter the love realm with a woman, let's say you're especially when she has very Cancerian energy. One of the quickest ways for a Cancer to see you like a little boy is to not own your own. So the immature Taurus is okay with lack of ownership in his life. Like that's one thing I'm walking away from, having to feel like I need to own everything, right? And what shows like a Taurus said in his wisdom, he said, "You're not a man until you can manage your life." So I have this example with this Taurus sun, and like he's a triple Taurus, and Taurus, a god of Taurus in his chart, and he displays this boyish, mannish mentality, and what that means is he indulges Taurus into a lot of boyish comfort, and what that means is staying around family for an extended period of time, like a young adult or a child, because before 25 you're around family, you're not on your own, you're not fully developed, you're not fully together. But he's at an age where he should have all of his stuff together, and I was psychologically analyzing it, and I was like, one of the reasons why your Cancerian rising and Mars and fourth house Mars woman or excuse me, um um um, baby mother won't respect you because she sees you as a child. Because when you don't have any ownership of your life, and like in other words, I'm in a place in my life where one of my friends gave me a place to stay, right? But that's in my young adulthood. You feel me? When you're a man and like you're a full grown adult, like the frontal lobe, your cortex at the 25, prefrontal cortex at the 25 is developed, and you're around 30, 35, going on 40, you should not be sharing a room. You should not be, and everybody's finances is different, but it just shows a sense of maturity when you can own your own, right? And when you're delving in love, the thing with Taurus is that they are fiends for comfort. So when you gotta understand it's the flip psychology of the Scorpio, where psychology where perception, unfortunately and fortunately, perception is reality. So somebody could see you as a little boy if you don't own your own house. Like the mark of a man is when he owns his own, right? Like his own house, his own crib. That's what you say. If you want to be a man, get out, right? When you're a child, you're under somebody else's roof. You're under somebody else's um um you're under somebody else's jurisdiction per se. So no matter how loose the grip is or the strings are. So the thing is about Taurus is you got to be super careful about comfort and perception, because if you're not careful, you'll be entertaining boyish comforts instead of man comforts. Men don't comfort themselves around living around their with their family. For instance, because he lives with his family, his cousin. That's not what you do when you're in your late 30s. So when a woman is net with you, that's a boy man, because he lives with his cousin. So I had to come to the understanding, and I was like, yo, that comfort is very dangerous, because perception. When I even talked to women about my situation, they were like, yo, she's taking care of you. I said, no, don't get it fucked up. I do everything on my own. It's just that she gave me a place to stay, right? So I do everything on my own. Now I don't even have Wi-Fi over here for me to work. I use my own shit, right? So I'm deeply on my own, doing my own work, doing on my own mission, right? But that's when you, again, when you're getting out of the submerging of 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 being a young adult. But when you are, again, when you're fully into adulthood, you have your own. You don't see a 30-year old, late 30-year-old man talking about, I live with my family. Unless he's saving for his house, then that's it. Like there's a bigger plan. Like he's saving, and that's why you're living with your family. If that's not what's happening, you have just a lot of boyish comforts, and we all fall for financial stumbles and hardships, but it's like you got to be careful with comfort, because managed comforts craves independence, and if you're not independent, you again, like 19 Keys would say, you see how well he is developed as a man based on how he can manage how it says man and age, how he can manage his life. If you see by age he's not managing his life a certain, ooh, damn, ooh, wow. If you see by, god damn, if you see by a certain age that he's not managing, but if you see by a certain age that man is not managing his life, he's not a man, he's a boy. So that's why age and manhood have a correlation, because you could be deeply in your manhood and you're not 30, 40 years old. You're 25, you're young, you're a young adult. And you handling your own because you had to mature very quickly. Whew. But yeah, with the Taurus, and it comes to personal finances in their adulthood, you got to be very careful with managing yourself, because you don't get the respect. You're never going to get the respect you deserve or even you crave. Tauruses would, because perception is reality.